You're live. Yes, we are live. We're super live. We're uber live. Never been more live than I have been. So today I was trying to get some sleep. I work graveyard, so I start work at 10 p.m. and that clock goes all the way around to the next day, and I get off around 6. I'm supposed to be sleeping right now, but my mind was racing, doing a whole bunch of magical things and proposing a whole bunch of different solutions to what I think or what I feel are problems. One thing I have a problem with is the equivalent exchange of time and currency. See, right now, when it comes to money, I don't think money for me is necessarily a problem because I have retired from the military, and on the first of the month, I get I get some paper. I get enough money to where I can pay my rent, pay my car, pay health insurance, and pay a whole bunch of different things out there. And everything afterwards is towards like the things that I would call non-essentials, but you should probably pay for it. Childcare could be one of them, but a portion of that could come out from my check. So I only got to work like I can work a 9 to 5 pushing carts and still make it through life and be happy. But what I want to do is I want to make more so I can stack that bread and hand it off to my daughters at some point in time, or make more dividends so I can put it towards a business. I've always imagined at some point in time I'm going to have a vending machine business, and that's all I want to do. I just want to wake up, go to Costco, pick up whatever goods that I be selling, put them into my vending machines, collect that paper, go to the bank, deposit. That's all I want to do. Can't do that if I don't have the dividends yet, so I got to work my way up. Now, I will say, like right now, we're clocking in on an annual basis roughly 200K, right? By myself, 200K. But I will say that I don't feel like the money is worth what I'm giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm giving up the time with my daughters, which is one of the more, I think to me, that's a focal point of my life right now. I'm becoming I'm becoming the person I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it took a while because I didn't have kids back in the day, but now that I got kids, I'm becoming the person which I wanted to be, which is a dad, a dope ass dad at that. So to be a dope ass dad, you got to be present more often than not. Unfortunate for them, I work graveyard, so I can't see them at night. And when they do see me at this point, like I'm so dog tired, I'm not energetic dad, like I'm not that dude. And I'm always imagining I'd be that dude. So if I can't be that dude, whatever I'm doing ain't worth it. So did a lot of soul searching with the last few days, man. Last few days did a lot of soul searching. Talked to my brothers, talked to a few people that I don't want to say I look up to, but like my peers who've been in the same situation, all of them said the same thing. Give up that motherfucking job. So here we are. We're probably going to give this joint up sooner than later, but I want to set myself up for the next stage, the next step. Now, I went on LinkedIn and I started, playing around with my resume. I got some dope ass resumes, man. When I was in the hiring process, I was doing like an interview every other day and getting offers here and there. But I think what I did is I panicked just a little bit when I accepted this job. I panicked just a little bit, and I say that because yeah, I saw the dollar signs. I didn't ask the question of the specifics on when I'm going to be working as far as shifts. If I would have asked that, that would have given me a moment of clarity to like take a step back and say, "Whoa, there." I ain't getting all that because that's the bag I just had. I'm not trying to pick up that same bag, man. I ain't trying to carry that load. So, so now we're here, and now we're having to take a step back, evaluate, pull out some numbers, and figure out like what is the next step. Now, I did apply to a few jobs out there, but I think the next step is probably the one that's going to lead me to the ultimate happiness, which is to work in the real estate space. And I look at this, man. I was upstairs in my room chilling, upstairs in my room chilling, and I say a lot of I say a lot of things to God. Now I'm not sure who you God is, but I say a lot of things to my God. And I said one time, I said, "Hey man, help a brother out." And that's all I said. And I just went downstairs. I went downstairs. I came into this office because what I was gonna do is just jumped on LinkedIn on real time instead of using my phone, jumping on real time. You know what I'm saying? Big screens and start looking at the jobs. And lo and behold, this little joker right here, I forgot that I put it next to my social security card. And while I was looking into my social security card, I don't know. I just felt like it was the thing to do. So I was looking for my social security card. This little joint was right underneath it. And I was like, yo, bro, I'm not sure if that's a sign or a coincidence or an accident, but I'm going to go with it. So what we ended up doing is we went on to Oregon.gov where you register or you register to submit an application for your license to deal in the real estate space. $300, right? You got to take the course. You got to be age 18. You got to have a high school diploma. You can have an international diploma or of equivalent, but there's really only two qualifications. And as you're filling out the the application, it does ask questions about your legal demeanor, things that you've done in the past, because they want to make sure that you're not halfway crook, especially when you're dealing with this type of money and people's monies, like that's fucked up. So I filled it out. I got to the point where it's like 300. And what I like to do whenever I walk into Costco or walk into a store where I'm about to make a big purchase, I like to walk around the whole entire store with that thing in my hand. And then when I make a full circle, then I'll make that decision. I'm gonna make the decision tonight. So at midnight tonight, I'm gonna make the decision whether I'm going to hit the button and say here's 300, or walk away and then suffer. I think I already made my decision, but this is one of those things that I like to do before I make a dumb one like I did with this job. I should. Oh man, I'm telling you, because there's another job that had come across my desk, an offer that would have been probably more meaningful for me, that wouldn't be consuming much time. Because right now this is an 8-hour shift, right? The 8-hour shift, 40 hours a week. However, what ends up happening is because of my position and what I have to do to set things up for the workload and designate priorities and get a warm handoff from the other manager, you have to come in like 2 hours early. You know what I'm saying? 2 hours early. And then sometimes you stay like a little bit later than you used to because, they have questions and whatnot. So it's taking up too much of my time, man. So what is 8 hours? No, it's not 8 hours. It's 10 hours of some change, bruh. And I ain't down with that. I mean, the money's good. All right. Don't make no mistake about it. This is FU money. At the end of the annual, gross and income, when I look at that W-2 and then I start filing taxes, I'm like, God damn. But in the same breath, the thing that's not measured is how much time you're taking away from people that you care about, or how much time you are thinking about not wanting to do this. And I believe that leads me to the process of self-analyzation, because right now I'm also taking time away from gym time because I'm always too damn tired. Except right now, I feel like a little bit hyped because I think I just made a profound conclusion about myself that I want to fulfill. I think I can sell the shit. I can sell the shit out of some houses, man. Let me tell you, I could sell. I'm on Zillow every day. I'm not even buying. I just want to know what the market's talking about. I want to see what people are buying. I'm on Zillow. I'm on that Red. I'm on all them joints because I want to know what the housing market looking like. I want to know, what I'm going to get myself into. And because I have invested so much time in it, I've also learned the lingo. I took a 30 question test for the Oregon exam, and I passed it 30 out of 30. And that was just based on, off the cuff. And I think it's doing part because I watch a lot of videos on real estate anyway, not necessarily with Oregon, but just like real estate in general. Like, and I get the talk, I get the lingo, I know what they're saying, I know the conversation. I'm not lost in the sauce, you know what I'm saying? So thinking about that, like I have more confidence now, and I know I can pass the test. For y'all out there watching, tests are not that difficult. All you got to do is put a little bit of prep time. There used to be a time when I had to memorize a whole bunch of different things, and what I would do to memorize them, I would put it into a song. I would make a song out of the whole entire thing I was supposed to memorize, and that worked for me. Actors do that thing. Actresses do that thing. So here I am, just letting y'all know that there is a test at the end of the tunnel that I got to take, and I'm cool with that. 300, cool with that. Fingerprints, cool with that. You want to find out about my credit? Cool with that. Because at the end of the day, this little test ain't gonna be nothing. I got that degree back there somewhere. That didn't even mean nothing to me. You know, I think the thing that's been most meaningful to me this whole entire cycle of life before I even hit 30 or 40, excuse me, 40, I feel 30. The thing that I feel most accomplished about is having two little humans that have my last name. So that is the thing that I'm most focused on. And I'm willing to put up with a whole bunch of mess, but right now I think it's time to get back a little bit of sanity. And this is one thing I could do for myself to put myself in a position to be super dad. Because if there's one job that's if there's one job that I actually want that I don't have to apply for, is given to me, but best believe I can lose it, is being a dope ass dad. So I'm gonna be a dope ass dad. Again, I think just to like put everything in a box, I'm gonna be leaving my position, which pays me a lot of money, because it's taking too much of my time for my daughters. My daughters is the most important thing to me. I mentioned that to the manager. I said, "Hey, man, my daughter's the most important thing to me, and I do everything for them. I work around them, and if there's a thing that they need, that's what I'm gonna do." So this should have come as a surprise when I come up with that letter of resignation sometime within the next month or so. Like, yo, I'm leaving because this is taking up too much of my time for my fam. My girls mean more than anything to me. So boom, there you go. Um, I did already write up that letter too. So I'm not like skipping a beat on this. Like I'm committing to this, baby. I'm committing to this. I haven't really talked to nobody about like this exact route. I haven't really talked to anybody. Like there's some questions and feelers that I put out there. It's been months in the making. I think now, like I'm gonna just send this link to my brothers and tell them, hey, this is what I'm doing, as well as my sister, this is what I'm doing. And watch me. Anyways, that's the latest news. So this is gonna be like my new playlist, so to speak, of my journey of becoming a real estate agent for the state of Oregon. It's Oregon, guys. Don't play with me. State of Oregon, not Oregon, Oregon, not with an I, but with an O. Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Oregon. And yeah, I'm gonna represent this right here, P Town, PDX. I'm pretty happy about this whole entire thing that I just crafted out of my imagination, and I do believe that that space of um, giving people the opportunity to get into a house that fits their needs versus their wants, I think that's something that I can very much and clearly like convey to people, because I'm a people's person. Even though I'm a high functioning introvert, you know what? Facts. Here it comes. Introverts, right? High functioning introverts will have more meaningful conversations on a one-on-one basis versus an extrovert. Yeah, extroverts with on a one-on-one conversation might feel more uncomfortable than an extrovert in a one-on-one conversation, and that's what you're doing. That's what you're going to end up doing when you're with the family, when you're with the first time buyer of a home, second buyer, or a couple or family. You know, you explain to them like the nuances of the house, the neighborhood, the schools, and all that. Like I connect with that because I'm not only I'm not only a guy who purchased a few houses here and there, but also a dad, you know, and I understand the dynamics of the neighborhood and what that should feel like. Like right now, I like right down the street for me, there's a neighborhood I'm looking at buying because they have one of the dopest parks. Now, you couple that with a high school that is pretty dang new within the lot, it's been rebuilt with a neighborhood that is clean, that they're refurbishing a lot of the neighborhood. In fact, they're building a lot more uppity scale houses. So I got to get in there where I fit in. You know what I'm saying? 600 could take you a long way over here versus Cali, is all I'm saying. So if you in Cali and you looking for a new joint, new spot, especially if you're a vet, man. If you're a vet, man, you better hit me up. Don't play. Don't call nobody else. Don't call nobody else. You might have hated me back in the day, but if you're a vet, you better call me up, bro. Don't slip on me. Lady, don't slip on me. Call me up. I'm the one. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a homie discount too, man. Don't play with me. I for real. I think that's one of the things I would do too, because I do have dividends coming in on a monthly basis. Like the dependency of me making this currency, you know, like it's not really something that I have to be addicted to. Like it's not my drug. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty happy that that's the mindset that I have going into this. Because before, let me tell you something. Before I accepted that job, the mindset I had was I'm addicted to money. Money's my drug, because I didn't know what the VA was going to give me as far as like disability percentage. And then when that came out, it was like too late. I already accepted the job. Damn. If I would have had that, like the disability paperwork that stated how much I had as far as the disability, I would have probably told that job like, "Hey man, I appreciate it. When am I working? What are my times? Who am I working with? Where am I working?" I would have asked more questions rather than like, "Yo, boss, send me it." And I think doing part two, like this was my first job, my first mistake. I think this is another lesson for you vets out there when you first get out, for you vets out there, especially you the ones who did like 20 years. When you first get out there, don't take the first job per se, like unless if it's everything that you like ever thought of. Get a whole bunch of them and then do like a compare and contrast, do a SWOT analysis on all of them and figure out which one's going to work best for you. Because if I would have done this all over again, I don't think I'd be working for the people I'm working with right now, because it takes so much damn time. The money's great, man. The money's great. I'll be making 200K annually, but the time, man, I can't do the time. I'm willing to take a few steps back in my journey to financial freedom, to not be a slave of time and money. Anyways, that is like my expose on finding passion. Oh, speaking of which, here comes another fact. Passion can be defined in a few ways. And here are the three things I think I categorize to meet that purpose of passion. One, do you have a thing that you do so well that you just absolutely love it? All right. Some people are like, I love cooking. Oh, fuck yeah, I love cooking. For me, I love that thing. Fuck yeah, I love that thing. And then here it comes. Do you love this thing so much that you have learned it so well that you could teach it? All right. So you found the thing that you love. You loved it so much that you learned everything about it, and now you can teach it. All right. Here comes the third one. You can teach this thing so well that the person that you taught can also teach somebody else. And that is passion. I think I have a passion for helping people um, get what they want. And I think that part right there, I had to start with me. So I started with me. And here I am on this journey. I'm becoming a real estate agent, coming to a door near you. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I'm gonna make a whole playlist of this, man. I'm gonna start logging in some clock time in front of this right here to exchange some thoughts and what you guys think out there if you're watching this. Me transitioning from the military, going to a really nice, high paying job that is super, super dependable as far as keeping me employed, and then going into another venture where there's a lot of ups and downs and turbulence as far as like, am I going to make this type of sale, this type of money this month, that month? I think I'm blessed that I do have other things working on the side where I don't have to be dependent on this next adventure. So anyways, those are my thoughts. Deuces. End stream.